Hey guys, it's Dark Architect 18 back here with another YouTube video, and today we have the HMS Repulse review video. So before I get into that, I just want to say I do Dev Strike videos, do ship reviews, Dev Strike videos, and much more. So before I start, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you like the content and want to support the channel, hit the notification bell to stay notified of all videos. And now it's time to get into it. So we're going to be discussing the commander first. Then we're going to be discussing the stats, and then the armor viewer, and then we're going to be comparing the stats also with the HMS Hood to the HMS Repulse. So, yeah, now we got the commander. So we got Azulane Hood up here on the screen. We got Torpedo Charmer as the main skill, so reduction in torpedo damage. And we have Flammable Cannoneer, Gyrating Drill Bits, Royal Navy's Glory, Master Mechanic, and Running with Scissors. And then Megatron and Azulane Scharnhorst. So we have an AP damage and accuracy and also range build here. So that's really important to keep in mind. So next we're going to be doing the stats for the ship. So you know, aiming system mod and steering gears is also the modification I'm using. So we got 56,100 HP, 16 to 279 millimeters of armor, 16% torpedo damage reduction. Artillery, we have 18.2 kilometer firing range. Then we have 26 second reload, 21.2 second 180 degree turn time, 5,300 max HE shell damage, 34% fire chance, 12,540 max AP shell damage. Then for the secondaries, we got 6x1, 102 millimeter, 4.2 kilometer firing range, 4 second reload time, 1,500 max HE shell damage, 6% fire setting chance, 3x3, 102 millimeter secondaries, 4.2 kilometer firing range, 6 second reload with 1,500 max HE shell damage with 6% fire setting chance. AA defense, we got 4x4, 127 or 12.7 millimeter guns with 8 average damage per second and 1.2 kilometer firing range. 8x1 20 millimeter guns with 29 average damage per second, 2 kilometer firing range. And then we have 3x8 40 millimeter guns with 59 average damage per second, 2.5 kilometer firing range, and 6x1 102 millimeter, 17 average damage per second, and 3.5 kilometer firing range. Then maneuverability, we got 30.1 knots, 860 meter turning circle radius, and 10.8 second rudder shift time. Concealment, we have 13.6 kilometer detectability range by sea, 11.4 kilometer detectability by air, 2 kilometer guaranteed detectability, and 13 for the or 15 while firing in smoke, or 13 kilometer detectability while firing in smoke. Then for the armor viewer we have here, so we're going to look at the Citadel. So it's slightly above the water, right by each turret and all the way along towards the front, the bow of the ship. And then, so you're going to have somewhat plunging fire if you're going to shoot towards the front, I guess, of the ship. But I think overall, the ship isn't heavily armored, so I believe it's a battle cruiser. So it doesn't have that kind of armor like a typical battleship would. So next we're going to discuss the gameplay and the stats and discuss them with Hood, and then any big takeaways from the game. So let's get into that. So we're on Shatter today for domination mode. So tier 5 match for the HMS Repulse. So I guess the biggest thing with this battle is the HMS Repulse is really played as kind of a support ship, and it's also played at range, because if you don't play it at range, you're definitely going to get dev struck or hit for critical damage and really knocked out quite quickly. So you got to really understand how you're playing this. So you're going to be seeing that quite a bit this game, but and how I stay back initially, and then as I move up and towards the game and towards the end of it, and you'll see how all of that plays out. But I guess comparing it to the Hood, so the Hood we're going to just bring up the stats for the hood. We got 4x2, 381mm guns, 17.9 kilometer firing range, 27-second reload time, 24-second 180-degree turn time, 5,300 max HE shell damage, 34% fire setting chance, 12,540 maximum AP shell damage, 30.4 knot max speed, 910 meters turning circle radius, and 12.7 second rudder shift time. So the hood's got one more 15-inch gun than the Repulse, HMS Repulse. The range is 0.3 kilometers shorter for the hood compared to the Repulse. The reload is 1 second longer. The 180-degree turn time is like 3.9 seconds longer. The maximum HE shell damage is the same. Fire chance is the same. Maximum AP shell damage is the same. Just keep in mind these are for the hood and for the Repulse. I have the same build, so the Azulane hood build that I showed up on the screen previously before we started the gameplay. So that's why the stats are the same. Otherwise, if I had a different build or slightly tweaked it, then you would notice like some bigger changes between the reload and any of those significant stats overall. Anyways, so for the hood, we have a 30.4 knot max speed, 910 meter turning circle radius, and 12.7 second rudder shift time. So the speed is 0.3 knots faster, and the turning circle radius is 50 meters longer than the HMS Repulse. Also, the rudder shift time is that's 1.9 seconds longer for the hood compared to the Repulse, because the hood is longer, has a longer turning circle radius, so in terms of meters, so it's going to have a longer rudder shift time compared to the Repulse, which makes sense. But both of these ships I compare is they have similar stats, they have similar guns, gun caliber, similar, I guess, ballistics in a way, and yeah, just a lot of similarities overall. They're AA, everything. It's really, they're both battle cruisers, so well, at least the Repulse is. I believe the hood's an actual battleship, but if somebody wants to correct me, they can on that. Anyways, so we got a pretty good battle today with the Repulse. We just started at the spawn, and now we're moving towards, what is that, A-cap? Yeah, so we're going to try to take this slow. We're going to try to take a shot at this Fuso from long range. I have the catapult fighter up, so we're going to try to enhance that dispersion, or the not dispersion, the shell grouping. So we're going to try to take a shot at him, but we see this Königsberg. He's pushing out quite aggressively, so we're going to take a shot at him instead. And let's see how this lands. Should be good. We literally almost dev strike him with that, so that was 22,000 damage. That was a Citadel, so and yeah, and then Eagleman, he takes out the Königsberg, so well done on his part. So we're just going to keep pushing forward. We're going to try to focus this Fuso again. We're going to try to go around this island as we kind of go, but using it as cover, but also shooting over it as well, because one of the biggest things, I mean, like sometimes I'm asked, like, how you shoot over the island, is I kind of line up like the height of the ship. Like I look at it and I try to figure out where the bottom or the water line is, and then I try to line it up with that. And then I shoot slightly lower because I know kind of generally what the heights are. I mean, like not exactly, like I don't know how tall they are in terms of numbers, but I recognize how tall they are and where the deck of the ship is and the water line and all of that and how that works. So it's really good to keep in mind how you're aiming with, like the Repulse or any kind of ship, but where you got to aim and what kind of level above the waterline with your tick marks and your whole line. Because how I do it is I kind of think of the line as like almost right above the waterline, maybe slightly below it, not much below it. Because if you're at waterline, then you're going to be like right at the middle of the ship. So doing it at waterline is just more effective overall, unless it's like an angled ship where you're going to shoot higher up if they're angled away or in, or if they're broadside, then you're just going to shoot waterline, which is flat. So anyways, we got 60,000 damage so far, a couple citadels. We are chunking this Arizona as we go, trying not to rush this too fast. You will note also that the HMS Repulse has the speed boost consumable, so I'm running that and a heal. So I did get hit, I believe, by that Arizona, so I'm healing up. We're going to be moving up, looking at this Queen Elizabeth next as our next target, taking a shot, leading him a bit, as I'm expecting him to turn back in, which he looks like he's going to. That's definitely not a good decision. But that was only like 5,000, so that wasn't as bad for him. But I mean, my shot could have been better. So we're just gonna keep pushing up here, trying to take out this Queen Elizabeth. I'm gonna head towards the sea cap. So team's been doing a pretty good job pushing all their enemies towards the sea cap. We moved up towards the bottom from A all the way up to in between B and C, and now we're going to head towards C because that's where the rest of the enemies are grouped up. So we got the Queen Elizabeth here, another instance of shooting over the island. So we're going to see if this pays off with how I did it. Okay, we got 2,500, so that wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible, so it was kind of meh. So we got a Vasteros right here. He's trying to rush. I believe I'm going to try to take him out, because that's the biggest thing is whenever you see a destroyer in like a battleship or any kind of ship and your team doesn't really notice it or whatever, you really got to bring their attention to that destroyer and be like, there's a destroyer right here, right now. You got to take him out. So we got to focus fire him and take him out. So as best as you can. Obviously, sometimes things don't go according to plan, like your teammates might die or whatever, but at least keeping your team aware of the ship will at least make it a bit easier to win the game, or a higher chance to win the game overall. So we got the Leander. He is coming around. Our teammates see that, so he's going to be taken out most likely. I'm getting ready to shoot on him, but anyways, my teammate takes it out on our team, so well done by him. So we're going to move towards the Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, so he's coming back out. I think he turned around as well, so he's bow in, so we're going to shoot a little bit higher up. We got 11,800 damage on him. So the damage is starting to rack up. We have the A cap and the B cap, and we're up like 140 something odd points. So that's a pretty good difference. And we got like 5.5 minutes left. So it's a pretty close game. I mean, the teams are, it's like 6v5. So we have 6. The enemy has 5. So we're going to see how this progresses, but my plan is really to take out this Queen Elizabeth and kind of push through with whatever way I need to, and take out any other remaining enemies as they go. So I see Fuso comes out there. He's shooting not at me. He's going to be shooting at Eagleman. He gets blapped, which isn't preferable. So I shoot the Fuso. I get 13,000 AP damage on him. Notice that I'm using AP on this because he's broadside. I mean, if he wasn't broadside and he was bow in, so bow tanking me, then I would probably switch to HE or aim higher with my AP to soak up his superstructure, because if if you can soak up his superstructure, then you get more damage overall. But yeah, so we're up to 114,000 damage. We got a high caliber, now a Confederate. Hope you guys enjoyed the video so far. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to stay notified for the next video. And let me know what you think of the HMS Repulse. You know, what's your opinion on it? Is it, you know, your favorite, or you know, does it need some work, or what's your take on the ship? I overall kind of think the ship is fun to play. It's a really unique ship. It's just really unique overall. It's got unique armor. It's not as battleship tough armor as typical battleships. I mean, so it's interesting. So hope you guys enjoy it. It's 158,000. We're still climbing a little bit, and we're gonna take out this Queen Elizabeth, spin our back guns, and get him. So we focus the Fuso, then we focus the Queen Elizabeth one by one. That's how you take them out. Just focus your targets and take one more shot on him. He's gonna chunk me for about 10k right there. So yeah, that's pretty good game overall. I really enjoyed the Repulse. I really enjoyed the build that I built for this commander build for this ship. So 164,000 and yeah, almost 2,500 XP. Dreadnought, Confederate, high caliber. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, I got another video. I'm going to be doing another one today, so keep a lookout for that. It's going to be the Congress. So yeah, appreciate everyone's time. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And also, we'll be doing a stream tonight, so keep a lookout for that. So thanks everyone. This is Dark Architect 18. I'm out. Peace. Bye.